really hard narrowing down a list because I want every bag in every store from every designer. Before we get into today's video, please do me a huge favor. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button as well as turning your post notifications on. And while you're doing all of that, you might as well go ahead and follow me over on Instagram because I love doing polls, talking to you guys, seeing what you want to see, what you don't want to see. So definitely make sure you're adding me on Instagram. But before this video is over, matter of fact, do it right now. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Welcome to my channel. My name is Amber Marion. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, then welcome back. If you're not new here, then you know this is Marley, and she makes an appearance in every video because, I mean, Marley, why do you make an appearance in every video? As you could tell by the title of today's video, I am going to be doing my 2021 designer handbag wish list. And I wanted to do this video back in January so I would have it so I can compare at the end of the year what bags I got off of my wish list and what bags I did not get off of my wish list. But I don't know, it just took me some time to like gather a wish list. And to be truthfully honest, the things I want most out of this year are not materialistic and things that cannot be bought. So it was a little weird to like gather a list of handbags that I want. It wasn't hard, but it was a little weird because these things are not everything to me. So yeah, but I know that everybody with a purse or a luxury channel is doing a wish list for the year. So I wanted to put mine out there too. Why not manifest these bags? So I have about 6 bags that are new and current, and then I have 4 bags that are from a long time ago that are on my wish list to get for different reasons. So let's get right into my wish list. These bags are in no particular order. I don't really have one that I want more than the other. I don't think. Had I shot this video in the beginning of January, my last unboxing, the Louis Vuitton pochette, multi-pochette, would have been on my list. So at least it opened up a spot for another bag. But like I said, these bags are in no particular order, and I'm going to go ahead and start with the bags that are new and in season before I get into the pre-loved bags that I also want, or vintage bags, pre-loved, whatever you want to call them. The very first bag on my list is a Telfar bag. I don't know much about these bags. I've never had one. I've never seen one up close. I know there's a lot of hype around these bags this year, and it's super crazy because back in like 2019, Sonia Morgan on The Real Housewives of New York was wearing one, and I was like, is that Tory Burch? Is it not Tory Burch? Then I found out it was Telfar, and I was like looking at the price point. It's not real leather. I don't know. I just slept on this bag for a really long time, and then it got super, like, it just picked up super hype in 2020. So they were always selling out every restock, but that's definitely on my list for this year. I definitely want one of them. Not to say I have one, but more so to see, is it worth the hype? Is it not? So that's one of the bags on my list. I don't really have a specific color that I want from them. Next on my list is the Dior saddle bag, but I don't want just any Dior saddle bag. I want the embroidered newest gray color that you can see right here. But I absolutely love this gray. I love that the saddlebag design came back out because it was out in the early 2000s. If you didn't know that, I think it's really cool how a lot of these high-end brands in the last couple of years have reintroduced styles that they've had in the past so that you don't have to like necessarily go find a vintage piece of that bag, but you can buy the new edition of it, kind of how Prada did with their nylon totes. Christian Dior is doing with the saddlebag. So when the saddlebag came around for the first time, I remember I had like the mini one, and my mom and my grandma had big ones. My mom had the one with the C and the D. It was shaped a little bit different, but I absolutely feel like I need this gray embroidered Dior saddlebag this year. It wouldn't be my wish list if there wasn't something from Louis Vuitton on here. So like I said, if I would have shot this video a while ago, I would have definitely had the Multi Pochette on my list. But since I got that bag, it made room for the Pochette Matisse. I don't know. I'm not French. But last month in January, Louis released a different color and kind of monogram style of this bag. So I don't need both. That's just wasteful and stupid in my eyes. I don't need both. But I definitely need one of them. So this next bag is a kind of like the saddlebag, kind of like what I was saying about brands recreating iconic styles of bags. It is the Gucci Jackie O Hobo, and I believe it's now called the Gucci Jackie O 1960 Hobo. But this bag was out also in the early 2000s and was a remake of the 1960s version of the bag that Gucci made in honor of Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. And quick little side story, my grandma was a huge Kennedy fan. So when Jacqueline Kennedy passed away, all of her estate was for auction at Sotheby's auction house on Fifth Avenue. And I actually went with my grandma, and my grandma was bidding on Jackie O's Louis Vuitton luggage. So my grandma is definitely where I get my love of purses and accessories from, for sure. I definitely love how Gucci has come out with it. They've kind of added a little bit of like tweaks to it. And I really love the current 1960s Jackie O Hobo from Gucci. So that made my list. The next bag on my wish list isn't necessarily the most expensive bag, but it's definitely a bag that I really want, and that is the Marc Jacobs The Tote Bag. And what I really love about this bag, and one of the reasons, well, the reason why I do want it, is Marc Jacobs is also selling pins to go on these tote bags that you can customize with your initials. They have some really cool New York City pins. They have just like different cute, cool little pins. So you could really make this tote bag your own. That's what makes it so appealing to me. And I just feel like I want a tote bag that I could kind of put my camera in when I vlog. Like, I can't always fit everything in my purse. So I just want an easy tote bag that I can grab. I know it's going to be durable because it is canvas, not leather, from Marc Jacobs. So when I was on the Marc Jacobs site looking for the picture to insert of the tote bag, I saw that he actually just came out with a collab on the tote bags with an artist by the name of Magda Archer. So I'm not really too sure if I want just the plain tote that I can personalize, or if I want the limited edition collabs. If you're not new to my channel, you know that one thing about me is I love a limited edition bag. I love a bag that's not coming back around. I love a bag that has limited supplies of. Those are the treasures. Those really are. And they're actually really cute designs. So I feel like I probably would go with the collab one. But either way, the Marc Jacobs The Tote Bag made my list. Something that didn't make my list, but is something that I definitely want, is, if you didn't know, Louis Vuitton offers the opportunity to put all sorts of different patches on your bag before they send it to you. So I really always wanted any bag with that. It's different than when they stamp the leather in the store. I don't know if people even know that about Louis Vuitton. Certain stores have a hot leather stamp in that store and are able to stamp something that you purchase, but this is a little different. This is the actual things you see on the outside of the bag. Sometimes they're called the World Tour bags when you don't customize them yourself, but that is definitely on my list. So this is like the hot stamping that I was referring to. This is my husband's wallet. He got it in Puerto Rico on our honeymoon at the San Juan Louis Vuitton, and as you can see, I believe it's like a historic, well, not I believe, it is the historic Puerto Rican fort. So that's something really cool that if you didn't know, Louis does do that too. I guess select cities have select things they can put in there. Last on my list of new designer bags I want for 2021 is the Saint Laurent Lulu calfskin flat bag. I'm really surprised I don't have one of these. I've always loved them. I really love when they have the matte hardware in the calfskin, because if you have ever felt the Yves Saint Laurent calfskin like pillow leather bag, the leather is just so soft. It's crazy. In the beginning of the video, I also said that I had some vintage or older bags that I have a list of that I want to rebuy or buy if I've never had them before. So I wanted to get into that list. And number one on that list is the Fendi Spy bag, specifically this style with the Fendi logo on the outside. When this bag came out, I wanted it so bad, but I was like a babysitter. I was in junior high school. I was in junior high school, I believe. And the last thing I was getting was a Fendi Spy bag. But Fendi Spy bags are to me, like the coolest bag Fendi has ever made. They're called the Spy bag because they have so many different compartments and little like secret hidden pockets and little things. So this, if I had, out of my list of bags that I want to buy that are not new or current, like my vintage finds, this is probably number one. Like, I really have always wanted a Fendi Spy bag. And I feel like now I might as well get one if I can. With my luck, Fendi's gonna re-come out with the Spy bag right after I get the vintage one. So when I was like 15 or 16, I took a family holiday vacation trip to the Virgin Islands. And this picture that I'm inserting, which is a very unflattering picture, but we're here just for the purse in the picture. As if you don't know that bag, it is the Gucci Horsebit Hobo, and I was absolutely obsessed with this bag when I was 15 or 16. Jessica Simpson would wear it in like every color, every print they had on the show Newlyweds, and my grandma actually ended up getting it for me. And this wasn't my first Gucci bag. I think it was my second Gucci bag, but this was like one of my most beloved bags and at the time. And I have no idea what happened to it over the years, but a Gucci Horsebit Hobo makes my vintage list because I need it. I need it. So I don't know if I would go with like the monogram G's all over it now that I'm older. Like that was the thing at the time. But either way, I would love to get my hands on a Gucci Horsebit Hobo. Keeping along with me having been on that vacation, I actually got my first Balenciaga bag on that same vacation for my birthday. It was a Christmas birthday vacation we were on. My birthday's 3 days after Christmas. So I got this like deep plum wine-ish color small Balenciaga bag. On that trip, my grandma got it for me for my birthday, and I absolutely loved it. I wore it until like it was looking a mess. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to find a picture to insert of me with it, but this is just a bag that I've found on a pre-loved website, so who knows, I may have already bought it by the time this video goes up, but I absolutely would love to have the same exact Balenciaga as I had my first Balenciaga. I just think that would be so cool. Last on my list is more of like a collector's item, a vintage collector's item. And it's anything from the Steven Sprouse Louis Vuitton collaboration, whether it's the graffiti collaboration or the leopard collaboration. I just absolutely missed out on those bags at the time. I mean, I was a kid, so I didn't have the same life to just buy bags that I have now. So at the time I wasn't able to get my hands on them, but I absolutely loved them. Like I said, both the graffiti collab and then the animal print collab, I just absolutely loved them. So they have like doubled and tripled in price because, like I said, these are like more collector's items, but I would absolutely love something from even the coffee table book from that collection, but I would absolutely love something from that collection. So that made it to my rebuy or vintage wish list for the year. Thank you so much for watching my 2021 designer wish list. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you are hitting the thumbs up and liking this video. But like I said in the beginning of the video, truly the best things in life are not materialistic. They're not things that can be bought. So I would hope everybody's wish list for this year would, the top of it would be things that cannot be bought. But of the things that can be bought in the handbag section, this was my wish list of them. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what else you want to see. Is there any bags you'd like my opinion on, brands? Just let me know what type of purse content you would love to see in the comments, because I would love to make that happen for you. And as always, please make sure you're subscribing to my channel by hitting the red button, turn your post notifications on, and I will see you guys in the next video.